Meeting young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
We welcome you into the Holbert Arena on the campus of Rose-Hulman, where the Fighting Engineers will play Game 1 of a round-robin tournament. Some Sunday afternoon hoops for you right here on RHIT.TV. I'm Tony Donahue. That's Clark Chafin. Let's thank some of our sponsors before we start to break down this Sunday afternoon contest. The Morales Group, building better futures one story at a time. Aspen Creek Grill. Why go anywhere else for delicious food? Burtner Electric provides quality electrical services in central Indiana. Boilermaker 374, we're second to none in quality and performance. Clean Slate, inspired innovation that moves business forward. Piper Logistics, from warehousing to transportation and everything in between. And the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference. Watch the best D3 basketball on HCAC.TV, where you always have a front row seat. Tony and Clark with you, Sunday afternoon of hoops. St. John Fisher, the Cardinals coming to town. And Clark, as you mentioned earlier, a 10-hour bus trip for the Cardinals to get here to Terre Haute, Indiana.
Yeah, they're coming in from Rochester, New York. And I was talking to one of the players here before the shoot-around, said that they bust in. They started yesterday. They bust in, made a stop in Columbus, Ohio, when they actually saw a Xavier game yesterday. So they had a little bit of fun along this long road trip. Able to play 2 games this weekend, so they're excited for this matchup.
And you can tell they're from New York. We got some Buffalo Bills fans in attendance here. Before we break down Rose-Hulman and what to expect out of their offense coming off of a loss on Wednesday, let's talk about this Cardinal team coming over. It is a 2-game set, round robin. Rose-Hulman will take on Milliken coming up on Tuesday right here on RHIT.TV at 7:30. They've got some big guys on this Fisher squad. They've also got a famous player that we've seen on ESPN a few times as well. But this is a team that certainly likes to push that tempo and get up and down the court.
Tony, they're averaging over 85 points per game, so they like to push the ball in transition. After miss or makes, they'll look to push that ball and get as many shots as they can, as close to the basket as they can. Not to mention, 4 of their top leading scorers are all averaging double figures. 3 of those 4 are either seniors or graduate seniors. So a veteran and experienced ball club that they have in the Fisher Cardinals.
5-4 on the season so far, as you mentioned, senior-lated team, 39% from the three-point line. Defensively, they like to get after you. They like to attack you. Their opponent's only shooting 26% from the floor.
Yeah, in a plus rebound margin, too, of over almost 8 rebounds a contest. So they're not afraid to change defenses, especially after a timeout, or maybe even go to some pressure. And mix that up and get that early turnover, and then get out and go in that offense and get in that transition and get those baskets.
Yeah, it starts with Daniel Cook, 21 points and 10 rebounds on average. Their 4 losses this season for Fishers have been by single digits. Connor Williams, 7-footer. We've seen him on ESPN. We've seen him make some highlight reels. You see him on your screen right here, averaging 5 points and 4 rebounds. he can space the floor out, especially down low.
He is a load down there and can actually carve out a lot of space, but has a nice little touch. We've seen him knock down some threes here in the pregame and can be a factor. Averages about 11 minutes of playing time. So when he's in, they're going to try to use his size that really nobody has, Tony, right, at 7 foot, 350 pounds. So he can be a big asset for them and a nice change of pace on the offensive side.
Let's talk about your Fighting Engineers of Rose-Hulman coming in this afternoon, led by Miles McGowan. A week ago went for 32, and a late loss to MSJ, averaging 19 points a contest, and most of those baskets that he gets, Clark, are right at the rim. Very high percentage looks.
Offensively, that's where the Rose-Hulman offense is going to have its most success, getting Miles McGowan touches. He's had some injuries on the offseason, and he kind of turned an ankle earlier in the year. Getting him healthy has been a big, big key for this Rose-Hulman offense. They can play through him and then kick it out for some of those open shooters. That'll be a big key for tonight's game for Rose.
Yeah, they get a lot of inside-outside looks. Kobe Studemeyer sets the tempo offensively as the point guard position here for Rose. Rocco Ritchie, the freshman, shooting 41% from the three-point stripe. We saw him last Saturday knock down some big-time threes in the second half. But this is the Rose-Hulman team. They get up and down as well, but inside out is the looks that they're going to look for.
Yeah, and again, that all starts with Miles McGowan. Now, they do have a lot of freshmen. You know, we talked about how St. John Fisher really has a veteran ball club, kind of the opposite of that with Rose-Hulman with 13 freshmen on their roster. But as long as Miles McGowan gets those post touches every possession, I think they're going to have success.
Yeah, and Daniel Savovich as well as Rocco Ritchie, as mentioned, those are the three-point shooters, shooting 40% from the field, both of those players. Savovich averaging 7 points per contest. So there's a lot of different players. McGowan's going to get his, right? We know that down low. He's going to probably go for a bare minimum of 20. It's the other players, Clark, that really need to step up here for Rose to break out of this losing streak.
Yeah, McGowan's got to realize now, hey, everyone's going to focus on him. So how does he handle a double team? Because you know at some point during the game that'll probably happen. Being able to turn and face that double team and kick it out to an open shooter and get that offense rolling.
Sunday afternoon hoops here for you from the Hulbert Arena on the campus of Rose-Hulman, where the Fighting Engineers will play host to the St. John Fisher Cardinals. We'll be back right after this. You're watching RHIT.TV.
So I started working on Babcock Ranch 16 years ago. We designed a sustainable community that is also storm resilient, and also it has a ton of flood control associated with it. It has 75 megawatt solar facilities on site, which will cover the entire 18,000 acre community. In September of 2022, we had Hurricane Ian. We had 150 mile an hour sustained winds for about 10 hours and 21 inches of rain. Babcock really had little to no damage at all. We were the only place in a 2-county area that had any electric or any available drinking water that did not need to be boiled. And Rose really prepares you to go out, think outside the box, and problem solve. And I think for any major at Rose-Hulman, that's what you're getting. You have the ability to go out and create something new and innovate and change the way that we live as humans today.
We welcome you back to Rose-Hulman as we get ready for a Sunday afternoon of hoops right here on RHIT.TV. Tony and Clark with you. We talked about Miles McGowan, just the high percentage looks that he gets. This is a team, you really all you have is film. A lot of HCAC teams, you kind of know what they're familiar with. This is a team comes across the country, really, from Rochester, New York. Early on here in this game, what do you want to see out of the Fighting Engineers to set their offensive tempo?
Well, offensively, as we touched on, I think Miles McGowan has to get touches every time down the floor. Even slow the game down, not so much as like a stall tactic, but get that shot clock down a little bit, shorten the game. Fisher is averaging, like we said, 85 points per contest, so limit as many touches as they have to score, and then get it to your best player and play through Miles McGowan. And I think also defensively, you got to keep track of, you mentioned Daniel Cook, Tony, for Fisher. He's their leading scorer and leading rebounder. And if you look at his stats, he's taken 50 more shots than anyone else on their team. So I think they want to defensively try to turn Fisher over and try to give Daniel Cook some multiple looks as well.
Yeah, and if you're Rose-Hulman, you look at Fisher averaging what they are at 89 points per contest. That's a lot of transition. That's a lot of grabbing those misses off the rebound and pushing it. Important to slow it down and not allow Fishers to get out into transition and get those high percentage looks heading towards the basket.
Yeah, and rebounding will be key, whether in shot selection, right? Getting good shots on offense, not turning it over, and then defensively getting those rebounds as well and not giving Fisher those second chance opportunities.
Live from the Hulbert Arena on the campus of Rose-Hulman, where the Fighting Engineers at 3-5 on the season play host to St. John Fisher. The Cardinals at 5-4. They are 2-0 in their conference play. Again, tomorrow, this will continue tomorrow afternoon when Milliken will take on St. John Fisher, and then Rose-Hulman will play Tuesday night right here on RHIT.TV. 7:30 your tip time when they take on Milliken in this round-robin tournament. We'll take a break, come back, give you the starting lineups and Clark's final keys to this contest. You're watching RHIT.TV.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
A good engineer, a good mathematician, a good scientist can identify problems.
But in order to be a great scientist or engineer, you've got to have curiosity and you've got to have creativity, and that's what's going to set you apart.
You can't teach curiosity. You just need to encourage your student to be curious. Curious in anything that they do. Curious so that it brings out the innovations, the new ideas.
Since we're doing things so quickly, a lot of times we know that we need help. So our professors all know us by name.
Basically, everybody knows everybody here.
That one-on-one personal connection you're getting with the faculty, you don't get that a lot of places.
We are not just saying, here, go do this hard project. We are right there with them. We work with them.
The faculty are there for you.
Anxious over algebra? Call Ask Rose, the free science and math homework helpline. It's free world-class tutoring. Just call, chat, email, or screen share. Learn more at AskRose.org. Confused by chemistry? Call Ask Rose, the free science and math homework helpline. It's free world-class tutoring. Just call, chat, email, or screen share. Learn more at AskRose.org.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
We welcome you back here on RHIT.TV on the campus of Rose-Hulman, where the home Fighting Engineers welcome in St. John Fisher, a program out of Rochester, New York. Let's go to the PA for tonight's starting lineups. Starters for Rose-Hulman: Bradley Harden, the senior, Diago Greer, Rocco Ritchie, both freshmen, as well as Jack Jedius And Miles McGowan, the big man down low, averaging 16 points per contest. Diego Greer, again, the freshman, averaging 2. And for Fisher, it's Brendan McRoy, Jack Foley, Cole Thompson, Daniel Cook, Connor Recor. And again, Clark, as you mentioned, slowing down this offensive tempo for Fisher and now not allowing Daniel Cook to go for 20 to 25 points tonight, which is what his average is at 21 and 10. Slowing him down defensively is what Rose-Hulman needs to do.
And you're going to play a lot of players, Tony, so you can throw a lot of different schemes at him, whether it's someone smaller and quicker, whether it's someone bigger and stronger. Cook comes in at 6'6", 210, so he's a tough matchup because I think he's someone that can take you outside and also down low in the paint as well.
So here we go. We welcome you Sunday afternoon hoops. Game 1 of 3 total games in this round robin, and Fisher controls the opening tip, wearing their road charcoal uniforms with the maroon numbers, gold trim. Rose-Hulman in their home whites, maroon trim, maroon numbering. First possession of the game. Left side dribble drive, spin again, up under. Good defense there, but the first bucket of the game belongs to Fisher.
Yeah, good patience there by Cook, able to go to his left hand, even his offhand, but show some patience with some pump fakes and keep that pivot foot, get it up off the glass for the first points of the game.
So Cook gets the scoring going. Rose-Hulman looks for an answer here. We'll set up 3 freshmen on this starting lineup for Rose-Hulman, a junior and a senior. Right side 3 ball, in and out. No good. A great look there early, just couldn't get it to fall. So Rocco Ritchie, 41% from 3. Puts that one halfway down, and answering is Fisher with the corner 3. It's 5-0 early.
And quick transition basket there. Transition offense, finding the shooter in the corner, knocking it down.
High ball screen coming. Harden controls the tempo. He's double teamed. Looks to dribble out of it. We'll go down low. McGowan, high percentage shooter here. Averaging 19. Right-handed hook shot. Splash down, and he points down. He's too little. He's too little.
And that's what Rose has to do on offense. Even if McGowan doesn't shoot it every time, Tony, I think he still just needs to have a touch.
Harden coast to coast in the air. Great pass. Blocked down low. Rose-Hulman will kick back out. Set up for 3 in the air. Ritchie good. And just like that, back-to-back buckets. It's a 5-0 run for Rose-Hulman. We're squared up at 5.
Nice job by Jenigas of not getting in too much of a hurry after that shot was blocked. Find the open Ritchie. Sometimes that's the best three-pointer, right, Tony's after an offensive rebound.
And Harden set that tempo, grabbed that rebound off the missed 3, pushed it down. Extra pass gets Rose-Hulman a good look, and their first 3 ball of the afternoon. A little bit of a man-to-man zone look here. Back up top, 3 ball good by Recor, and it's 8-5 in favor of Fisher.
Good offense, good ball movement. I like how Fisher really gets that ball moving from side to side. That ball reversal, make that defense shift. The more times they shift, the more you're going to find some sort of gap or opening.
Janingas extra pass down low is looking for McGowan, and the ball is kicked, so out of bounds to Rose-Hulman. 20 seconds on the shot clock.
Good call by our officials, Kenny Ludlow, Brigman Robbins, and Jeremy Swafford.
And who is Mr. Swafford?
Mr. Swafford is an Edgewood High School legend, athlete of the year, and has refereed a lot of college and high school basketball.
And more importantly, a good friend of yours.
A good friend of mine, one of my best friends growing up, so he does a really good job.
Harden has it, kicks it right side, pump fake, step back 3 ball, corner, good! Knocking it down, Rocco Ritchie, and we're back squared at 8.
Tony,
3 minutes gone by.
He shoots 41%, let him cook from out there.
I like it, so Rose-Hulman 6 of their 8 points from the 3-point stripe defensively. They don't get a step up there. McRoy puts it in at the right-handed floater, and back on top goes Fisher. The look down low. Greer back, Harden 3. Doesn't hit anything, got knocked down. And here comes Fisher pushing that tempo. All the way to the lane. Almost got a block, puts it up too strong. Diego Greer with the rebound. He has the basketball. Harden thought about a 3. Dribble drive, floater, rims out, no good. And the tap out goes to Fisher. In transition, big time block there. Jack got up, swatted that thing away. Jack Janingas sends it back, and Rose-Hulman maintains possession now, trailing by 2.
And now it's time to reset. Get the ball to McGowan on the post, or Jenigas as he's got it.
Jenigas has it. Left-handed dribble, spins out of trouble, puts it up. Miss it off the back iron, no good. And it's been one and done here, really, for both teams, Clark. Defensively, both Rose and Fisher doing a great job of controlling the boards.
Yeah, very good offense as well. Sometimes good offense beats good defense.
They love to shoot the three ball. This one spins out on Recor, who just hit one 2 possessions ago. Rose has the ball. Under 15 and a half to go. Harden thought about the three, pump fake, dribble drive. Mid-range jumper off the back rim, no good. And Harden 0 for 3 here to start.
Yeah, a couple of good looks for Harden there, getting in the paint, just haven't been able to finish.
McGowan, we haven't heard much of him here offensively, gets the rebound. Rose has it, approaching 15-minute mark, first half. McGowan goes through the lane, power dribble, lowers his shoulder, triple team, battle around, looks like it'll stay with Rose-Hulman. It will, so 3 in, 3 out here for both Fisher and Rose-Hulman. 15:06 to play. Fisher with a 10-8 lead here early on in the first half. You're watching RHIT.TV.
So my goal is to get involved in space industry and learn about what lies beyond the Earth's horizon. I came across Rose Rocketry. I saw, hey, they're doing some really cool stuff. They're building rockets. I really grew a lot being as part of the team. Last year, through Rose Rocketry, I was able to attend SED's Space Vision 2022, which was a student conference for people who want to get involved in space. And I was able to go to Washington, D.C. and talk to so many people within the space industry who come together and say, this is what the next goals for space are. Being at Rose, I was able to hone my engineering skills to push myself to get involved in the field further and learn about all these different opportunities. And I don't think I would have really gotten that at a bigger university.
Welcome back, Fighting Engineer basketball right here on RHIT.TV. 15:06 to play, first half. A back and forth, first almost 5 minutes here. Rose-Hulman trailing by 10. Couple threes here early for Rocco Ritchie, Clark.
Yeah, Rocco Ritchie with 6, McGowan with 2 for Fisher. They've got 4 guys scoring. Leading way is Foley with 3 and Raycor with 3 as well. So both teams shooting the ball pretty well. 3 for 9 for Rose, 4 for 9 for Fisher, 2 for 4. Both squads are from behind the line.
It's Clark Chafin. I'm Tony Donahue with you here on a Sunday afternoon of college hoops at the Holbert Arena. As Studemeyer checks in now. Kobe Studemeyer checking in for Harden. He has the basketball back up top. Savovich in as well. He has the basketball, dishes it back up top. 3 ball in the air, short, no good. Off the rim it goes, and Rocco Ritchie was looking for his 3rd tray ball of this first half.
It was a good look, too, especially out of a timeout. I like what Coach Sells did there. He was 2 for 3 from behind the line, so get him a good look.
Dribble drive, left side, gets in some trouble, dishes it back out. Rose-Hulman doing a great job of switching here defensively. Studemeyer down low, dishes it, couldn't get the defensive position, and the bucket is good for Fisher. They go up by 4.
Yeah, good recognition by the Fisher offense. Had a smaller guy on Matt Letgo. He's able to post and seal, kept the ball high, and was able to finish.
Studemeyer has it back up top. They'll swing right side, dribble drive. Savovich has it back up top. Studemeyer, we're going to have a look like some little bit of a contact there. I think it was a moving screen, and the first foul goes to Simon Blair, who checked in as well for Miles McGowan.
Yeah, turnover there for Rose-Hulman. At least it's a dead ball turnover, so this Cardinal offense doesn't get going in transition.
And McGowan ready to check right back in. Both teams doing a good job protecting the basketball. I believe that's the first Rose-Hulman turnover here in the first 7+ minutes of the first half. Right side swing. Rose showing a little bit of a 2-3 zone here. Ball deflected out of bounds, and it'll stay with Fisher, 7 on the shot clock.
Yeah, good defense by Rose, playing that drive and being able to then reach those shooters. Communication very important to match up now with 7 seconds left on the shot clock.
Letco stolen right away off the inbound. Here comes Rose on the run, up, and going up with it, but fouled, and that will send Cole Pride to the free throw line. Savovich got the steal off the inbound.
Pride's done a nice job, Tony, of coming off the bench for the Fighting Engineers all season. Just a freshman and coming in at 6'8", but really has a presence and runs the floor really well.
First free throw for Pride is true. Hey, we want to thank Officially Human. Thanks to today's officials for their dedication and hard work. Without them, we don't play. If you don't have anything nice to say, please don't say anything at all. Sportsmanship is everyone's job. The 2 free throws by Pride cut the lead in half, 12-10 Fishers with the advantage, 13:30 to play. First half. Fowler up top. Man down. Fowler gets it. Takes a mid-range jumper. Bricks it. Ball battled around. Studemeyer has it. He'll look to push for the Fighting Engineers. Savovich has it, goes down low. McGowan, he's got 2 points. Double team comes. Still double team. And we've got to have a foul there. Yeah, he was wrapped around him. So the foul charged here to Matt Letko. And Rose-Hulman will have it out of bounds, 20 seconds on the shot clock.
And that's one thing McGowan now has to be ready for is that quick double team. He has to recognize which guy is going to be open.
That and keeping the ball above the hip. Keeping the ball above the hip if you're Miles McGowan. Therefore, they can't swat at it and steal it away. They'll go back down low here to McGowan. Quick turn, baseline. Thought about it, goes up, hesitation, and he's fouled. And McGowan earned himself a trip to the free throw line by being patient there in the paint.
Well, and I like the post feed as well, Tony. McGowan had got an angle on the block. Didn't even have to think about a move because he could feel the contact of the defender, went baseline and drew the foul.
That was a quick turn as well. Free throw good. He's got 3. And checking in, you've seen him on ESPN. You've seen him on Fox Sports. Number 50, Connor Williams at 7 foot 360.
And this was a good spot for him because you got another probably minute left before the next media timeout. So you can play him in short little spurts.
McGowan misses the free throw, batted around, controlled by Fisher. And we'll see if McGowan wants to work fast when he gets it offensively, knowing that he's got a little bit of he definitely has a speed advantage over Williams. Left side kick, pump fake. Back up top comes Fisher, ball battled around and stolen away. Troy McManus goes into the lane and he's going to be blocked from behind, but a foul comes prior. Darian Grady with the foul.
That's the second time, Tony, we've seen a perimeter player in the Rose-Hulman defense get in the passing lane and create an offensive steal for an offensive layup, and either something good happened whether somebody gets fouled.
So Rose-Hulman doing a great job of here getting in those passing lanes. They have 2 steals that have led to scores, and the first free throw for McManus is good. That's his first points of the afternoon to tie it at 12. Second free throw for the lefty. Good. Rose-Hulman, the Fighting Engineers, take their first lead of the afternoon, 13-12, 12:30 to play.
A little 5-0 run here, Tony, by the Fighting Engineers after being down 12-8.
Letko has it, swings to Panera. Back over to Letko. Nice give and go, dish off, and there he is. Connor Williams catches it, goes up, but he's got the first bucket of the afternoon. He's got 2 points, and it's back on top by 1 for Fisher.
Williams did a nice soft hands, caught it, kept the ball above his shoulders, and was able to finish.
He's got touch. He's a great passer, and McGowan looking to take advantage, kicks it back out. Studemeyer, extra pass, 3 ball, corner pocket, no good. McGowan bats it around, and he's going to be called for the foul, going for the rebound. And I believe that's McGowan's first foul. We have a timeout on the floor. A great crowd on hand here at Rose-Hulman. We reached the under 12 media timeout.
Tony, a pretty clean game. Only 2 turnovers right now for Fisher and 1 for Rose-Hulman. But those 2 turnovers were steals by the Fighting Engineers that led to 4 points. So maximizing their opportunities on the defensive end by getting 2 steals and resulting in 4 points.
Fisher with the basketball. They look down low, a little bit too high for Connor Williams, out of bounds. And another turnover for Fisher, as Harden will check right back into the game.
Yeah, that was a tough angle to throw that ball. I'd like to see that entry pass from the wing. That way, I think there's a little better angle to get Williams the ball.
So Studemeyer will play here with Harden, and Fisher will show four-court pressure. Savovich has it. He breaks it. Steps into a wide-open 3 ball. Rims out, no good. And Fisher there to clean up the rebound. Williams getting back. Deflected. Harden with the steal. He's got space. One-on-one goes up. Right-handed layup. Got it. Harden's on the board. His first bucket. And Rose goes back on top by 1.
Good burst of speed. Nice quickness there by Harden. Able to get to that loose ball. Get the steal. Put the defender on his hip so he can fill him all the way and finish with the layup.
2-3 zone from Rose. Mid-range jumper. McRoy splashes it home, and we're going back and forth here halfway through the first half.
Yeah, pretty shot there by McRoy. Just able to use that pick and roll and get to the elbow for the mid-range jumper.
Studemeyer gets a screen, steps back, mid-range jumper, splashes it home.
An active athlete looking for enhanced performance, comfort.
1 point advantage. It's 2-3 zone. Way to counteract Connor Williams. Williams showing patience. And he was in the lane for 3 seconds.
Yeah.
An active athlete looking for enhanced performance, comfort.
A whole lot, but he would come straight down the court and just kind of get in the post position right at that defensive arc.
And we'll see if Rose stays in that 2-3 zone now with Williams on the bench, or if they go back to man-to-man. I bet they will go back to man-to-man, knowing that they're not going to need that double team down low when Williams gets the ball, because that's 2 possessions now. They've tried to go down low. First one, pass goes out of bounds, and that one called for 3 seconds. Studemeyer, great move here. Breaks out of the double team. Harden steps into a mid-range jumper. Good. And Harden's got 4. And Rose has their biggest lead here in the first half by 3, 19-16, halfway through the first half.
And, Tony, this is a lineup where Rose is going to need some perimeter play because McGowan's out getting a breather. So if they can get some good contributions from guys off the bench and from Harden, that's going to really, really help this offense.
And Harden runs into a shoulder check here, an offensive foul on the 5th turnover of the first half to Fisher. And Rose-Hulman gets the basketball back. They'll try to break this press, gets into Harden. Diego Greer back in the game for Rose. Harden with it. Waits for the screen, gets it. And a bit of a blocking call there by Connor Recor.
And, Tony, that's the 6th team foul for Fisher. So that downhill attacking by Rose-Hulman has led them to an opportunity where the last almost 10 minutes of this first half, they're going to be shooting free throws the rest of the way.
You can see Miles McGowan on the bench chomping at the bits to get back in, knowing that every time he's touched down low, he'll be going to the line. Studemeyer dribble drive, tries to dish it down low. It's kicked away. So Rose will maintain possession with 20 seconds on the shot clock. Studemeyer to inbound it. Blair in there with Janingas. Studemeyer back up top, Harden. Harden swings. They'll go down low. Janingas turnaround jumper, spins out on him. Had a great look there, though, just couldn't get it to fall.
That's a couple of Rose shots that have kind of spun out on him. That one was a three-pointer earlier as we get a foul in transition. Look for Fisher, Tony, to get Cook going here. He's been really quiet this far in the game in the first 10 minutes. And he's only shot the ball even one time.
And that's the offense that Fisher wants to play. Off the rebound, push it in transition, try to get going. This is a fast break type of team. Mid-range jumper here off the right side of the rim, no good. And 4 Rose-Hulman players go up for it, and it looks like Pryde's going to be called for the foul.
Yeah,
Jenigas is going to be called for a foul there.
Yeah, he was trying to block out Cook. Cook very active on the offensive glass. You see why he's averaging almost 11 rebounds per contest.
So back to man-to-man defense for the Fighting Engineers. Leading by 3. Screen comes. Fisher, 8 on the shot clock. Dribble drive, gets some space, and he's blocked. But Pryde is going to be, Simon Blair will be called with the foul.
That's a good call by the official. The arm went straight down. If he just kept it vertical, he'd been fine. Couldn't resist that temptation to come down and hit that ball, and there's where the foul occurred.
So Blair's first foul, and McRoy will go to the line to shoot 2. First free throw, true. Under 9 minutes to play, first half. Game 1 of 3 round-robin games here at Rose-Hulman. Holbert Arena, Tuesday night. Rose-Hulman will be back in action, 7:30, your tip right here on RHIT.TV. Both free throws good, 1-point lead. Full court pressure coming from Fisher. Greer has it. Dishes it forward. It's going to go off the hands of Rocco Ritchie and out of bounds to Fisher.
Again, Fisher changing up. That was a different press. We've seen man-to-man pressure full court. There they went to a little diamond press, a little 1-2-2, a little different wrinkle, and people not in the same spots or where they should be in that type of press breaker led to a turnover.
Papula into the game here for Fisher. He has the basketball right side. Back up top. They'll wait for a screen. Nice pass down low. Double team comes. And Rose-Hulman all over him there on the double team, but a little bit too close. Foul will be charged. This goes to Cole Pryde.
And that puts both teams now in the bonus with the next foul.
So free throws coming for both teams. 8:33 to go, first half. Tony Donahue, Clark Chafin with you. 8:33 to play, first half. It's been a back and forth. First 11-plus minutes of this one. Fisher down low. McGowan, great defense. Batted around. Offensive rebound. Another block there. The deflection to Cole Pryde. And Harden will push it. Harden steps into a 3. No good. And that's 2 3 balls that he has put off the backboard. And a transition bucket here through the lane with the left hand. And McRoy puts it in. Fisher back on top, 20-19.
McRoy with 8 points leading the way for the Cardinals.
Harden has it. Finds Ritchie. Ritchie, 3 ball, no good. And Cole Pryde off the front of the rim, no good. And a 1 and done for the Fighting Engineers. And transition bucket coming. Down low, deflected. Out of bounds and another turnover. This one goes off the hands of Dan Cook. And we'll take a timeout with 7:34 to go. Fisher with a 20-19 lead here in the first half. You're watching RHIT.TV.
You're an active athlete looking for enhanced performance, comfort, and recovery? Then Skins is the perfect choice for you. Our revolutionary sports compression product provides better oxygen flow in your muscles, helps reduce fatigue and pain from intense physical activity, allowing athletes to push their boundaries and perform better.
Skins helps keep everything, including you, on track.
So don't wait any longer. Get your Skins now and experience unbeatable performance.
Take your game to the next level with Skins.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you can be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
You sure you want to make that move?
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
We welcome you back to Rose-Hulman, RHIT.TV. Tony Donahue, Clark Chafin with you. We talked about this in the outset, Clark. One of your keys was slowing down Daniel Cook, averaging 21 points and 10 rebounds. So far, the Fighting Engineers have held him at bay.
Yeah, Cook only 1 for 2 from the field, and that first basket he made was the first play they had on offense. So Rose-Hulman doing a nice job. Now my other key is getting Miles McGowan going, and he's only got one shot opportunity as well. So it's just a matter of him being able to handle the different coverages on defense that Fisher's going to throw at him.
So Fisher with the full court pressure. Stoudemire has it. And stolen away. Cross-court pass. Stolen by Foley. Dishes it. Driving to the lane is Cook, and he is fouled off the backboard. No good. Earned himself a trip to the free throw line to shoot 2. Fisher's with a 1-point lead.
I love that press. They kind of disguised it as a man-to-man, and when the ball came in, then they fell back to that diamond pressure. Really neat little wrinkle in the press for the Fisher defense.
So Cook's first free throw good. And what we've seen here, Clark, in the first half, a game of runs on both sides.
Yeah, Fisher started off 5-0 run, the lead 5-0, and then Rose went on a 5-0 run to take the lead, and now Fisher's on a little 6-0 run.
Second free throw from Cook, no good. He's got 3 again, averaging 21 and 10. Harden with the basketball. McGowan back into the game. Finds Harden again. Ritchie with it. And no swing. Savovich has it, double team. 6 on the shot clock. Harden with it. He's going to go one-on-one. Step back, mid-range jumper, short. Rebounded by Jack Foley, and Fisher doing a great job of collapsing that defense and not allowing any second chance opportunities here early for Rose-Hulman.
And good hedges that on the ball screens by the screener here, Fisher. They're really taking Rose offense way too far away from the basket.
A little bit of a 2-3 zone here. Backdoor cut. Deflected out of bounds, and another turnover. Rose-Hulman's defense has turned him over 7 times now in this first half.
Yeah, and Cole Pride, really the same situation there. A nice hedge by him, forcing that ball handler to come almost all the way out to the volleyball line.
Harden has it, trying to break out of it, and he throws it away.
Yeah, I'd really like to see Rose put someone in the middle of that press breaker and get it to the middle and then look opposite and get that transition going. That was a tough angle to throw that pass.
Yeah, Harden didn't seem in too much of a hurry there, and I think you got to throw it around and eventually attempt, like you said, throw some crisp passes quickly to beat that press. So Fisher with the basketball and a 2-point lead. 6:15 to go. 3-ball right side, good. Jack Foley knocks down the tray ball, and it's back up to a 5-point lead for Fisher.
Had the elevator there, Tony, right through that double screen.
So Savovich turns it over and holds Cook. And that'll earn Cook a trip to the line off of the turnover. So out of this last timeout, Rose-Hulman having a difficult job breaking out of this backcourt pressure. And Rose will take a timeout. 6:02 to go. 5-point advantage for Fisher. RHIT.TV.
Anxious over algebra? Call Ask Rose, the free science and math homework helpline. It's free world-class tutoring. Just call, chat, email, or screen share. Learn more at AskRose.org. Confused by chemistry? Call Ask Rose, the free science and math homework helpline. It's free world-class tutoring. Just call, chat, email, or screen share. Learn more at AskRose.org.
RHIT.TV, always a front row seat. We welcome you back here to the campus of Rose-Hulman. The Fighting Engineers trailing 24-19 amidst a pretty big run here, Clark, by Fishers.
Yeah, the press has really been effective for Fishers here in this last little 5-minute segment. They've got a few turnovers, and those turnovers leading to some easy transition opportunities. And so Rose has to really get dialed in here on their press breaker and make sure they've got spots filled so that they can attack.
First of the 1-and-1 is good. Cook now with 4, I believe. Second free throw good. And it's 12 unanswered in a 26-19 7-point advantage for Fisher. They break out of it. Had an open McGowan. Pull-up jumper, no good. McGowan wanted the call there, didn't get it, and Fisher back on the run in transition.
Well, good press break there by Rose. Got the ball in the middle and had a 2-on-1 chance.
McGowan gets the turnover here. 5:53 to go. Harden with the basketball. McGowan. Get a dribble drive left side. Harden, 3, no good. Offensive rebound, Cole Pride. Pride back to the basket, resets. Harden swings. Here's the touch McGowan was looking for. Dribble drive, turn around, right hand hook, no good. Batted around, another offensive rebound. Leads to a top of the key 3, in and out, no good. And Fisher controls the board.
A lot of good looks there, Tony, by Rose. You had McGowan post and a Ritchie 3. Those are the two things that if you're Rose, you're looking for on offense, you'd say you'd be happy for.
3-ball left side, Thompson, no good, spins out. Rose has it, under 5 to play, first half. The Fighting Engineers looking to cut into the 7-point deficit. McGowan has it. Little 2-3 zone shown by Fisher. Harden, quick step, gets it to McGowan, power dribble, man in the air. He's fouled, and that'll put him on the line for the 1-and-1.
Yeah, Coach Grossendonia not pleased with that defensive effort as Foley way in the air as McGowan was even on the ground dribbling, not even in the air of shooting. So a little frustrated there. McGowan at the free throw line, tried to cut into this lead.
So Cole Pride will check out after some big minutes, couple offensive rebounds for Pride. And McGowan will go to the free throw line to shoot the 1-and-1, 26-19 Fisher. First free throw, good. I believe he's 2 of 3 from the line.
That breaks a 12-0 Fisher run as well.
Second free throw from McGowan, short, batted around. Fisher has it. So the Cardinals will bring it up with a 6-point lead, 4:30 to play, first half. Cardinal team averaging 86 points per game, 89 points per game, and that's their 9th turnover of the first half.
Yeah, well under their pace. And again, another turnover. That's now 9 they have in the first half. They average 15 a contest.
There's that middleman in to break the press. Leads to a 3, no good. McGowan offensive rebound, nice dish, layup, good. So a nice lay in there by Rocco Ritchie after the offensive rebound from McGowan. That's a quick spurt here. And Rose-Hulman has cut the lead to 4, but they've done a great job here coming out of the timeout, Clark, as you mentioned, getting somebody to midcourt to break that full court pressure that Fishers is showing.
Yeah, when they're in that 1-2-2 or that 1-2-1-1 diamond press, what that press is designed to do is to trap in the corners, use the sideline and the half-court line as extra defenders. And to break that press, you got to get it in the middle. And once you're in the middle, then you got to look opposite. In what they did at one time, they had a nice 2-on-1 opportunity. They weren't able to finish. But at least they're in the right spots, slowing it down a little bit and stopping that run.
We see McGowan on the replay with the nice extra pass and the assist for the layup. Rose has got a couple offensive rebounds here over the last few possessions. Trailing by 4 points here, 4:08 to go. Hey, we want to thank Tam's Sweet and Savory Cafe. If you're looking for great food for breakfast or lunch, check out Tam's Sweet and Savory Cafe. They specialize in baked goods. Daily specials open Wednesday through Sunday, 8 to 2. Tam's Sweet and Savory Cafe, 6427 Oak Landon Road in Indianapolis. Clark Chafin, Tony Donahue with you here on RHIT.TV. As you mentioned, Rose being a little bit more aggressive. Both teams in the bonus here, final 4:08 of the first half.
Yeah, one thing keeping Rose in this game and actually helping them out is this offensive rebounding. They have 4 offensive rebounds of their 14 Karams. So offensive rebounds allowing them to get second and sometimes even third opportunities. That's a great way to shoot a three-pointer after that offensive rebound, to kick that out. Players ready to shoot, stepping into it, just like Tony does.
Some nights. So it was a 12-0 run from Fisher over a 3.5 minute span, and now Rose-Hulman has put the last 3 points up on the board. Fisher's gone 2.5 minutes without a bucket. They have the basketball. Man-to-man pressure here from Rose-Hulman. The Fighting Engineers trailing by 4. Cook has it. Nice pass up and under. McRoy with a nice left-handed layup up and under with the bucket, and it's a 6-point advantage for Fisher.
McRoy's made some very athletic moves, whether it's just a quick crossover burst to get to the elbow or that time to finish on a little reverse on the opposite side. Really impressive game for him so far.
McGowan has it, gives it to Harden. Harden dribble drive, double team, double pumps and puts it in. Fouled and one, and Harden will go to the line after the bucket.
Well, the level of difficulty on that shot, Tony, was out of this world. The double pump gets hit on the elbow, still has enough strength to get it over the front of the rim, and now have an and one opportunity for Harden.
So Harden started off slow, missing his first three, but he's got a couple buckets here late in this second half, or excuse me, late in this first half.
Harden now with 6 points on 3 for 9 shooting. 0 for 3, though, from three-point line.
Harden looking to complete the and one. Free throw, rims around, and goes. So he's got 7. 28-25. Fisher, 3:15 to play. First half. Fisher dribble drive. Steps himself into a wide open mid-range jumper. No good. Battled around by Good. Another offensive rebound here by Fisher. They'll reset the offense. 18 on the shot clock. Good. Kick out. Letko thought about a three. Sends it to the corner. That's three no good. Battled around. And Harden has it for Rose. They can tie with a three. They go down low to McGowan. He's been quiet. Quick move. Spin. Into the air. Doesn't get fouled, but he puts it in anyway. And a nice bucket there by Miles McGowan.
Nice little head fake. Get the two defenders, not just one, but two defenders in the air. Play through the contact and finish.
Fisher with the basketball. 28-27, 2:27 to play. And a turnover. Cross-court pass from McManus, deflected out of bounds. 2:17 to go, 28-27. Seems like Rose gets good looks when they go inside, as we talked about in the outset. Work inside out with Miles McGowan.
Yeah, and McGowan's right now doing a nice job, Tony, of recognizing when the double team is coming and when he has one-on-one opportunities. The last couple of possessions and touches that he's had, they've left him on an isolation, and he's able to have some room, power dribble, get back down, and then finish.
So Rose with the basketball. They've led by as many as 5. Three ball in the air, no good. Saved over the top. McGowan thought he had it. Fishers has it. They'll push. Under 2 to play. Spin move. May have got away with the travel there.
I was impressed with just the catch of transition by Cook.
Jenigas with the foul. That's his second. He'll check out of the ball game as Simon Blair will check in for Rose. And to the free throw line goes Dan Cook.
Tony Cook, a 71% free throw shooter on the year, and makes that one. He's now 4 of 5 from the charity stripe and has 6 points.
So Blair checks in. And Cook connects on both free throws.
Made free throw there. The second free throw allows them to get in their press defense.
So Harden double teamed in the backcourt. Eddie Simon checks in for the first time. He has the basketball, breaks the press. McGowan's open down low. They don't see him. And with 15 seconds on the shot clock, the Fighting Engineers will reset. Simon Jr. has it. 8 on the clock. Dishes it to Harden. Harden down low, McGowan back to the basket. Swing, corner three. Up the rim, no good. Batted around, McGowan thought he had it, deflected. And Good in transition, takes it at the Euro step, but misses the layup. Harden pushes it. The Fighting Engineers with numbers. Leads to a transition, 3-ball, good! Rocco Ritchie, baby. 41% from downtown on the season. Ties it up at 30 with that 3-ball.
Nice transition look. Ritchie with his feet set. Ties it up.
Fisher looks to work inside out. McGowan defends. 10 on the shot clock. 50 seconds to play first half. Good has it. and gets the friendly roll off the backboard. And it's 32-30 in favor of Fisher. But good starting to get going here late in this first half.
Yeah, that was a nice, patient post move by Cook. He was able to inside pivot, create some space, and get a nice little rhythm 15-footer there.
7-second differential, shot clock to game clock. Harden has it. They'll be patient here. And a foul charged by McRoy will put Harden onto the free throw line. So Harden can tie it up as he makes his third trip to the charity stripe here in this first half.
Harden is 75% free throw shooter. And maybe this will also help him on his three-point shot as well, Tony. A lot of times you see as a shooter, ball go through the net from the free throw line.
So Harden's first short, no good. And the last possession here will go to Fisher, 15 on the clock, 2-point lead. Cole Thompson swings the good. Cook has the basketball. He'll wait. Dribble drive. Harden gets a hand in there, steps into a jumper, and another friendly roll. And Cook puts it home. And we have reached halftime with Fisher leading 34-30 here from the Holbert Arena on RHIT.TV. Fisher with a 34-30 advantage in a back-and-forth first-half effort for both teams, Clark.
Sure was, and they held Dan Cook in check there for most of the first half, but that last little 2 minutes, he got to the line a couple times and hit 2 jump shots. He finishes the half with 11 points, and also give a lot of credit to Brendan McRoy. McRoy in transition as well as the half court did some nice job finishing. He has 10 for Fisher. Meanwhile, for Rose-Hulman, they're led by Richie's 11 points and 3 for 8 from behind the arc. But like you said, Tony, a run of half of little mini runs, 5-0, 6-0 runs, and we've got a real competitive basketball game. Should be an interesting second half.
When we come back, we'll give you the first half stats, Clark's keys to the second half, and more. You're watching Rose-Hulman Hoops at halftime. Fisher with a 34-30 lead on RHIT.TV.
Rose Rocketry was founded to put Rose-Hulman on the map for places to go if you're interested in aerospace. Rocketry is a club and a team for anyone interested in any aspect of hobby rocketry, aerospace as a career, or space in general. Rose Rocketry has several different pillars that we try to pursue for all of our members, one of them being the NASA USLI competition. The NASA University Student Launch Initiative is for college students and universities to get experience with high-power rocketry, get experience in creating proposals for NASA. They put us through the same rigorous process as they would all of their contractors. We write proposals, critical design reviews, we write flight readiness reviews, and then we can go and present all of our learnings to the NASA board and they can ask us questions. And having that kind of hands-on experience where you can point to it and say, hey, I want to work at your company. This is what I've done to show that I'm valuable to your company. I've built rockets before. I've written proposals for NASA before. Another part of Rose Rocketry is the research aspect. Because Rose Rocketry's goal is to help students pursue aerospace as a career, we want to try to encourage people in whatever field, in whatever subset of rocketry they are interested in. For example, we have a bunch of students working on what's called Rose Propulsion Laboratory, and we are able to provide them funding, even mentorship. Another aspect would be electric ion propulsion. We have a couple students who are really interested in in-space propulsion specifically. And then there's also SmallSat. Rose SmallSat has the goal of launching a nanosatellite, which is around this big, into orbit within the next 3 to 5 years. And this is a really ambitious project, and it wouldn't be possible without the support of Rose Rocketry. My favorite thing about Rose Rocketry is how open we are. A lot of our people that are the most active are freshmen. And that's fantastic because now these people are learning hands-on engineering skills before they even learn what engineering is.
It's sort of given me a preview of all the engineering that is to come, and it's sort of put me on the fast track of learning mechanical engineering. Failure modes, effects, and analysis, that's not something you really learn as a freshman in your academics, but learning it in Rose Rocketry means I can apply those concepts to my current classes, which really helps me excel academically and prepares me for future classes. One of the goals I have after graduation is to be part of the aerospace industry. Rose Rocketry has helped me prepare for that goal in learning the design process of the aerospace industry and learning the documentation requirements. And it's also given me the opportunity to step into a lot of design areas and a lot of manufacturing areas that I haven't been exposed to before. And I think Rose Rocketry provides that really collaborative and friendly atmosphere. We really learn to work with each other, especially across multiple majors. What's special about Rose is the ability to really get involved. If you have that initiative, you can pursue it. And I think that's exemplified by how joining this team as a freshman, I was able to be elected the vice president. I was able to make a real difference on the team. That experience is something that you really may not find at other universities.
We are back here at halftime on RHIT.TV. Tony Donahue with you. Rose-Hulman trailing Fisher 34-30. We will get some of those first half statistics to you. Take a look at the second half keys. But joining us here in the arena, Andrew Toller, the punter for Rose-Hulman, earned first team All-American honors from D3Football.com. We'll talk about some of his awards as well. But first and foremost, man, All-American, congratulations on the honor.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me here.
What you look back at the season, you're a senior, the goals that you had coming in, and then the expectations of the season. Just assess what you did this year, averaging number 2 in Rose-Hulman career, averaging 39 yards per punt. That's pretty impressive. I couldn't do that.
Well, it's something special because last year I finished 5th in the nation, and I was like, I knew I had more in me. It's something that I'm very passionate about this team and this program and all that they've bought into me. I figured why not buy into them, give them the same that they give back to me.
Are you watching those statistics as you go each season, or is it kind of you look back at like game by game, are you looking, or are you going, all right, at the end of the year we'll take a look at all that stuff. Let's just worry about doing my job and getting the W?
The biggest thing is doing my job, but clearly that's something you got to look out for. Started the past 2 seasons with really big first games, my first 3 games the past 2 seasons have been crazy because with Albion, I think I have the 3rd most punt yards in a game with that game, so that's hard to look by. It's just pretty special.
First team all HCAC as well. Andrew Toller with us. Talk about coming to Rose-Hulman, what that has meant to you throughout your entire career, and what originally made you say, hey, I want to be a fighting engineer.
Well, Rose-Hulman's one of those schools that's just academics is the biggest thing, That's the end goal. Graduate, get out of here, have a degree, have a good job, But they gave me the opportunity to continue playing a game I love, and I'm forever grateful for that.
The beautiful stadium we have. We can look out the window and see it here. What's it like to punt here on Saturdays, knowing that there's usually some pretty good crowds here for fighting engineer football?
The atmosphere is amazing. I have tons of support, especially on the fraternal side of things. I got my guys always cheering for me, and it's something special.
And you're from Southern Ohio, correct?
Correct.
Your high school beat Joe Burrow?
Absolutely.
So for those Bengals fans watching, I'm sure that there's plenty of them. Just talk about the on-campus vibe here. It's a beautiful arena, beautiful stadium, all the students supporting football. I've done some soccer games here as well, but just the atmosphere here on campus is always great.
On campus it's amazing, There's no cliques. We all truly blend in together, and it's people from all over the world, really, and that's something that's special about it.
Talk about your major and what your future plans are here once you leave Terre Haute.
I do chemical engineering, as I've already mentioned. My plans to go into the fuel petroleum deal and, go forward with that.
So awesome accolades this year. Give me when you look back on your senior year, give me a moment where you're like, that moment, that memory I'm always going to have etched in my brain for the rest of my life.
On my senior year, it's really just being surrounded by the guys I love and the guys that bought into the program, and it's just that brotherhood. It's just hard to beat.
Andrew Toller, congratulations, man! Some awesome accolades. We gotta get your picture out there, right? All HCAC number 2 and punt yards. You need to have your picture in the lobby when you walk in here, right?
Hey, it's something special, and I. In a very fortunate scenario with the extra COVID year, I'm gonna probably come back and go extend my career and go for more.
What is that like? The COVID year happens, everything's kind of crazy. How did you stay in shape? Were you out kicking balls in the yard? Were you having a sibling or your dad field some balls for you? How were you staying in shape during that?
Absolutely. So it's funny, my yard's not long enough to practice punting, so it's kind of like coffin cornered myself with another property adjacent. Got a couple balls stuck in a tree a couple times, the struggle.
You have to knock on a neighbor's door, say, hey, there's going to be some bombs landing and just a football, we're just practicing. But that's good to have neighbors like that, like, hey, I'm out here working, got to get through it, man. Congratulations on a great year. Come back next year, we'll see you as well, and let's go Fighting Engineers here this afternoon.
Like I said, thank you very much for having me.
All HCAC, D3, All-American, one of the best punters we've seen here at Rose-Hulman. Andrew Toller joining us. We'll get back to the second half action, give you some first half stats coming up. You're watching RHIT.TV.
So I started working on Babcock Ranch 16 years ago. We designed a sustainable community that is also storm resilient, and also it has a ton of flood control associated with it. It has 75 megawatt solar facilities on site, which will cover the entire 18,000 acre community. In September of 2022, we had Hurricane Ian. We had 150 mile an hour sustained winds for about 10 hours and 21 inches of rain. Babcock really had little to no damage at all. We were the only place in a 2-county area that had any electric or any available drinking water that did not need to be boiled. And Rose really prepares you to go out, think outside the box, and problem solve. And I think for any major at Rose-Hulman, that's what you're getting. You have the ability to go out and create something new and innovate and change the way that we live as humans today.
We are back here. Get ready for second half action on RHIT.TV. Hey, big thanks to Andrew Toller, D3Football.com All-American, all HCAC, and he'll be back. He will be back for his COVID year coming up next season. We have reached halftime here. Tony Donahue with you, Clark Chafin as well. Clark, let's look back at those first half stats. It's really a back-and-forth contest here between Fisher and Rose-Hulman.
It really has been back and forth, Tony. Let's take a look at some individual leaders for both teams. First for Fisher, Daniel Cook pacing the way with 11. Brendan McRoy with 10. Jack Foley with 6. And Connor Raycor with 3. For Rose-Hulman, they're led by Rocco Ritchie's 11. Bradley Harden has 7. Miles McGowan with 6. And Troy McManus with 2. Rebounds, Raycor leading for Fisher with 7 rebounds. Cole Pride off the bench for Rose-Hulman leading with 4. And looking at just some of the team stats that stuck out to me, Tony, shooting percentage-wise, Fisher with 46% from the field, Rose-Hulman shooting 33%, and the three-point line being a big difference. Fisher is 3 of 8 for 38%. Rose-Hulman 3 of 15. 20%. If you're not named Rocco Ritchie, you haven't hit a 3 yet for the Fighting Engineers. So that's something that we'll have to clean up. Turnover-wise, I think Rose has got to be pleased where they are with the turnover battle. Only 5 turnovers, and they forced 10 turnovers. So they got to be pleased with that stat. They trailed by 7 points as their largest deficit. And like you said, it is a game of runs for both teams, whether it's kind of mini 5-6-0 runs, and they've closed the gap to 34-30 here at halftime.
Yeah, lead change is 6. They've been tied 4 times. The biggest scoring run for Fisher was a 10-0 run, and Rose-Hulman has gone on multiple 5-0 runs as well. Biggest lead for the Cardinal at 7. Rose-Hulman has led by as many as 3 points. But Clark, we talked about this in the beginning of the game. We know that Fisher likes to get up and down in transition. Rose-Hulman leading the fast break category. They have 9 points compared to Fisher's 3.
Yeah, and part of that is those 10 turnovers. And some of those turnovers that Fisher had were really kind of unforced turnovers. It wasn't due to pressure. It was maybe even just some poor passing angles that I'm sure they can clean up. But if you're Rose, being able to mix up man and zone in certain situations, that's going to be beneficial for you. You just got to knock down some perimeter shots. And, again, I think I'd really like to play through Miles McGowan more. McGowan only had 3 field goal attempts there in that first half for 6 points, and yet he was the most efficient player for the Fighting Engineers. If you look at the plus-minus category, they were on top +7 with McGowan in the game. So not in any kind of foul trouble. They can attack this second half with McGowan, and really think this beginning of the second half is going to be critical for both teams.
We will take a quick break, get you ready for the second half. St. John Fisher with a 35-30 lead over Rose-Hulman on RHIT.TV.
So my goal is to get involved in space industry and learn about what lies beyond the Earth's horizon. I came across Rose Rocketry. I saw, hey, they're doing some really cool stuff. They're building rockets. I really grew a lot being as part of the team. Last year, through Rose Rocketry, I was able to attend SED's Space Vision 2022, which was a student conference for people who want to get involved in space. And I was able to go to Washington, D.C. and talk to so many people within the space industry who come together and say, this is what the next goals for space are. Being at Rose, I was able to hone my engineering skills to push myself to get involved in the field further and learn about all these different opportunities. And I don't think I would have really gotten that at a bigger university.
We are back here, Holbert Arena, the home of the Fighting Engineers Rose-Hulman, RHIT.TV, a beautiful place for a Sunday afternoon college basketball contest. Tony Donahue, Clark Chafin with you. We talked about Rose-Hulman. A key here, I think, in the second half is going to be breaking that full court pressure that they're going to see from the Cardinal of Fisher.
Yeah, being able to get, they had some success when they had a guy in the middle and they were able then to look opposite and have a 2-on-1. You have a pressing team. It's an opportunity for you to really get some easy baskets if people are in the right spots. But to Fisher's credit, they had changed their presses a little bit. They went from man-to-man to a zone and really tried to confuse the Rose-Hulman offense there in the backcourt.
So Rose-Hulman will start with the basketball. Second half action underway on RHIT.TV. Thanks for joining us. Sunday afternoon hoops. Part of a round-robin tournament here. Fighting Engineers back in action on Tuesday, 7:30. Catch it right here on RHIT.TV when they take on Milliken. Opening possession, second half. Studemeyer has it. He didn't start, but he will start the second half. Harden out there with him. Studemeyer dribble drive into double team. Finds McGowan, mid-range, goes up with it. He's blocked. And 3 seconds on the shot clock here for the Fighting Engineers.
Yeah, McGowan, physical drive to the right. Thought he drew some contact. No call, be out of bounds. 3 seconds left. They got to be aware of that situation.
They'll look for a screen. They'll dish it in. 2 on the shot clock. Blocked out of bounds. And there's 1 on the shot clock here. I think you got to throw something at the rim and hope McGowan can get a quick tip.
Yeah, I'm going to get McGowan or Jenigas some sort of screen, a screener, so it's a quick shot here.
Here it comes. Harden gets it. Quick fadeaway jumper, no good off the rim. Batted around, and we'll have a foul. So Rose-Hulman gets the offensive rebound, and the foul will be charged on the trip that Connor record.
Yeah, a good break for Rose. Harden did the right thing, caught it, and he got it out of his hand. Actually, it was in plenty of time before the shot clock violation. Jenigas ran it down.
So second chance opportunity here. McGowan off the window with the right hand, and he gets the first bucket, gets the scoring going here in the second half for the Fighting Engineers. They cut the deficit to 2.
The bank is open late and Sunday afternoon in Terre Haute.
Dribble drive here by McRoy. Skies towards the rim. He's fouled. Can't get the ball to roll, and he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
I think McRoy does a really good job, Tony, of going as a right-handed player, really going to his left. He's just as comfortable going either way.
So McRoy's first free throw short. Harden in there for Rose-Hulman, along with Studemeyer. McGowan. Second free throw good. 35-32. 50 seconds gone by second half. Rose-Hulman with the basketball. And here's this full court pressure. Harden dribbles out of it. Studemeyer open, and they break the pressure. They get the ball down low to McGowan. Back up top. Studemeyer, 3-ball long.
Yeah, wasn't quite set there, was he, Tony? He kind of drifted on that shot as far as going straight up and down, and you saw why that was just a little off.
And the transition defense here for Rose-Hulman leads to a turnover. They get the steal. Harden waits for the dribble. Left side, corner three, open. Yahtzee Rocco Ritchie with another 3-ball from downtown to tie it at 35.
Ritchie, his 4th 3 of the game, his specialty, and that was all because of the drive and kick by Harden.
He's hit all 4 of Rose-Hulman's threes as a team here in this one, 35-35. And we're going to have a foul down low. This one's going to be called on the hip. Let's take a look back at that 3-ball. It's a great extra pass here by Harden, wide open in the corner.
Yeah, even Jennings did something kind of really small that you didn't really notice, but he kind of shielded his defender in another, and Ritchie's defender as well, to give him a little more room to catch and fire.
Jennings can, with the foul, he'll sit the bench. Nice defense here, spins out of it, air ball, but offensive rebound corralled and put in by Ricoeur. That's 37-35 on the second chance opportunity bucket there for Fisher. Harden and Studemeyer break out of it. McGowan down low, wide open, and he's blocked at the rim, but there will be a foul charged with the body. And we talked about breaking that full court pressure. We've seen McGowan open down low. I think if he just comes out a few more steps, they'll be able to see him a little bit more clear. If they do there, gets blocked at the rim, but he'll go to the free throw line looking to tie it at 37.
Yeah, it was a pretty clean up top, but down low, good call by the official. Got the body of McGowan, and he goes to the free throw line.
McGowan's first free throw short. So Brad Fowler checks back into the game here for the visiting Fisher squad. Second free throw for McGowan. Puts this one home off the front of the rim. Backboarded good, 37-36. 2:15 gone by here, second half. Cook, backdoor, nice cut, and a bucket off the backboard for Foley. He lays it in with the right hand.
Oh, nice play design. Foley with a good back cut because of the playing the passing lane. And here's Ritchie from the corner.
Harden finds Ritchie for another 3 off the front of the rim, no good. We'll have a foul on the rebound. This one will be charged to Cole Thompson, and Rose-Hulman will maintain possession.
Well, that's the look that you want if you're Rose-Hulman. You had penetration, finding Ritchie in the corner again where he just hit from the other side. They get a rebound foul.
We want to thank our friends at Wheeler Mission this time of year, doing great things around the holidays. Wheeler Mission, thank them for their support here on RHIT.TV. So Studemeyer will bring it in. Inbounded under the basket. 20 to go on the shot clock. Gets in the Harden. Harden to McGowan. Dribble drive, double team, corner. Ritchie, Studemeyer, 3-ball, good! He got one to go. And he ties it up at 39. Colby from downtown.
Well, I like how they played through McGowan. McGowan's going to give you the right decision. Get him the ball, get him a paint touch every time, and let the offense run through him.
Here's a double team. Studemeyer just missed the steal. Extra pass, corner 3, Foley off the rim, no good. Offensive rebound up and under, no good. Put back for Dan Cook goes, and with under 17 to play here, the second chance opportunity again. So this will be the immediate timeout. We will take it with them. 16:42 to play. Rose trailing 41-39 on RHIT.TV.
A good engineer, a good mathematician, a good scientist can identify problems.
But in order to be a great scientist or engineer, you've got to have curiosity and you've got to have creativity, and that's what's going to set you apart.
You can't teach curiosity. You just need to encourage your students to be curious. Curious in anything that they do. Curious so that it brings out the innovations, the new ideas.
Hey, we're back here on the campus of Rose-Hulman, RHIT.TV. Don't forget, Tuesday night, 7:30, your tip. Part of this round robin, Rose-Hulman will play host to Milliken. And you can catch the game right here on RHIT.TV, 7:30, your tip time. Tony Donahue, Clark Chafin with you. Some second chance opportunities here early in this second half for Fisher. And their lead is 2, 41-39.
Yeah, Fisher with 5 offensive rebounds, able to get a couple more here in this opening minutes of the second half and take advantage of those second half opportunities. Tony, we got such a tight game. It's going to come down to really those little execution things and being so close, whether it's free throw shooting or whether it's meeting the pass or blocking out. You just get a feeling it's going to be such a back and forth game here as it has been really all through the first half and the beginning of the second half, that little things are really going to make a big difference for either team.
Yeah, Rose-Hulman 8 of 12 from the free throw line. They are 5 of 19 from the three-point stripe. But again, they've knocked down 2 here early on in this second half. Studemeyer breaks out of the full court pressure. Ritchie thought about a 3. And he'll swing it back up, 15 on the shot clock. Fighting in Engineers with the basketball. Here comes a screen from McGowan. Studemeyer drives, dishes, left side. Ritchie a 3, in and out, no good. And Rose-Hulman got a good look there, just couldn't get it to fall.
Yeah, Ritchie's been able to get either corner. That penetration, good unselfish play there by Studemeyer to find him, just rimmed out.
Well, Studemeyer with the extra pass led to the three-point attempt, no good. Fisher back with it. They'll go down low, up under, up the backboard, good. And the foul, Daniel Cook will go to the free throw line after putting the bucket in.
I love the high-low action there where the opposite big comes to the elbow. Got to have a little more ball pressure. Not used to being that far out in the perimeter. Meanwhile, Cook had went to the block and sealed the defender, was able to finish and get an and-one opportunity.
So Cook, who had a slow start to this contest, averaging 21 points and 10 rebounds on the season, and he is up to 15 points. We will take a media timeout. Under 16 to play here, second half. Fisher with a 43-39 lead over Rose-Hulman. You're watching RHIT.TV.
Since we're doing things so quickly, a lot of times we know that we need help. So our professors all know us by name.
Basically, everybody knows everybody here.
That one-on-one personal connection you're getting with the faculty, you don't get that a lot of places.
We are not just saying, here, go do this hard project. We are right there with them. We work with them.
The faculty are there for you.
We are back here on the beautiful campus of Rose-Hulman, Holbert Arena. Tony Donahue, Clark Chafin with you. Couple 3 balls flying here early in the second half for Rose-Hulman, but an and one there. And we see for Fisher here that Daniel Cook starting to find the rhythm. He's got 15.
And again, one of those little mini runs, Tony, that we've talked about. It was tied at 39. If Cook makes his free throw, they've gone on a little 5-0 run. Just haven't either team's able to really grasp this game and take control. And so let's see if Rose can have an answer here. They've done a nice job of getting Miles McGowan involved in the half court, or they're getting some really good looks out of the drive and kick and that penetration from those point guards. So
and interesting to see here if the free throw is made, how Rose-Hulman breaks the full court pressure that's caused some problems here. But last time they broke it deep and found Miles McGowan wide open. Free throw no good. McGowan with the rebound. And Harden will bring the basketball up. Gowan swings. Studemeyer has it. Looks to go down low. Ball deflected. Rose will maintain it. McGowan letting the ref know that it was deflected. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Harden has it. Gets a screen. He's open. Dishes it down low. McGowan on the roll. Blocked. Back at the rim. He's fouled. So he had a wide open layup. A great recovery there by Fisher to get the block. Back into the hands of McGowan, and he's fouled, and he'll earn himself a trip to the free throw line for the second time this half.
Yeah, good recovery by Cook. I didn't know if it was a goaltend.
Well,
it was really close. But credit to McGowan for staying alert and active and getting the rebound and going back up for a second chance.
First free throw spins out. So McGowan having a rough go of it here from the free throw line in this one. Now 3 of 7. Second free throw good, so 4 of 8 from the line for McGowan. Cuts it to a 1-possession lead, 43-40. Fisher on top, in control of the basketball. Harden checks out. Savovich checks in for Rose-Hulman. Dish down low over the top. And another bucket. This time Cook again and earns himself the second and one opportunity in the first 5 minutes of the second half.
Yeah, and it's that same high-low action where Fowler, who's the opposite big of Cook, gets the ball at the high post. And Cook is able to seal his defender, drive him up the lane a little bit to give him some space. But the second time, he's unable to convert the and one opportunity.
So free throw no good, 45-40. Up under, blocked into the hands of Rose-Hulman, and we're going to have a jump ball and possession arrow to Fisher.
Well, good push up to the court by Rose-Hulman. And Savovich had a play at the basket, but good recovery and recognition by the Fisher defense.
Fisher with the 5-point lead. Pupala has it, left side. Finds Cook, who's getting going here in the second half. A look to go, same play, down low, dribble drive, no good. Off the front of the rim, but a foul. And Brad Fowler earns a trip to the line, the 6'6" senior.
Good recognition there by the Rose defense, taking away that high-low look that's been successful a couple of different times and forcing Fowler to put it on the floor.
So Fowler's first free throw good. It's a 6-point lead for Fisher, who led by 4 at halftime. Second free throw good as well. Knocks some bolt down. Full court pressure coming from Fisher.
And this is a different kind of press. Now they're in a man-to-man look.
Pupala with the steal and the bucket. So Pupala gets his first bucket. And Rose-Hulman having some trouble with this full court pressure. They will take a 30-second timeout. 9-point deficit here, but a lot of the defense from Fisher is turning into offensive looks for the Cardinal.
Yeah, a 10-1 run here by Fisher. And again, recognizing when you have a young team like Rose-Hulman, got to be able to recognize what press it is. And Fisher does a nice job in their coaching staff of mixing it up from a zone to a man. In that zone press, they're going to allow you to inbound the basketball, and then they're going to convert and trap that way. In this man-to-man press, they're not going to let you get it in. There's going to be a lot more of switching on guard-to-guard switching on those screens, and that's something that these Rose offensive players are going to have to recognize and be able to even dive in from midcourt. In a man-to-man press, you want to screen and then roll, and either the ball, the offensive player coming off the screen should be open, or the roller if they're switching.
If you haven't done so already, follow RHIT Sports on social media. Got you covered here. Another game coming up on Tuesday. Milliken, 7:30 your tip here on RHIT.TV. Rose out of the timeout, breaks the full court pressure here. They set up into their half-court offense, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Stoudemire has it, double team. Swing, left side. Savovich has it, dribble drive, gets into the post, puts it up, block, and he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Good job by Savovich of getting into the lane. It's the second time he's been able to get to the paint. This time he draws a foul, and he'll go to the free throw line.
So it's a 10-1 run here for Fisher. Savovich free throw, spins in, spins out, spins back in. McManus will check in. Rocco Ritchie will grab a breather. Free throw good, knocks them both down, 49-42.
Those are Savovich's first points of the game. Maybe again, you see the ball go in through the free throw line. That's going to maybe help you as a three-point shooter.
Cook spins off the backboard, no good. Great defense there by Simon Blair. McGowan with the rebound, he's fouled.
Yeah, Blair can hang with Cook on the post just from a physical standpoint. Blair very strong, and coming in at 6'7", 225, so he's going to be able to hold his ground on those post moves.
So Raycor will check in. Cook will get a breather. And Rose-Hulman almost with a 5-second violation. Nonetheless, right off of the inbound, Savovich turns it over, steps out of bounds, and that full court pressure wreaking some havoc here on the Fighting Engineers.
Another thing another wrinkle then added to that particular press was the guy guarding the ball out of bounds didn't guard the guy taking it out. Instead, was an extra defender to the guards for Rose-Hulman. So it was almost like a 3-on-2 situation. They didn't account for that.
So Fisher with the basketball on a 7-point lead. Backdoor cut, deflected, blocked. Miles McGowan gets up, blocks it away, and Rose-Hulman has the basketball in transition. Studemeyer has it. Gonna go coast to coast, kicks it up top. Thought about a three. They'll slow it down. 20 seconds, plenty of time on the shot clock. We'll have an offensive foul here on Simon Blair. That's his second offensive foul. Got to get set on those screens.
Yeah, and that puts both teams, Tony, with 6 fouls. So the next foul by either team will result in free throws.
And very similar to the scenario in the first half. I believe there was 10 minutes to go when both teams got into the bonus. So free throw making will be the key here for Rose-Hulman, getting to that free throw line, getting points on the board without time coming off the clock. They'll have the bonus from here on out, trailing 49-42, 13-20 to play on RHIT.TV. Fisher with the basketball. Letko dribbles out of it. Will swing. Papula, hesitation, cross-court pass, and ends up in the fourth row off the deflection. And Rose-Hulman comes up with a turnover and the stop. They trail by 7, 13:05 to go.
Yeah, I thought McRoy had an opportunity there in the corner. I think he was going to pass it and just got a little ahead of himself.
McGowan off the extra pass, right hands it off the backboard and gets the bucket. They cut it to 5. So the Fighting Engineers holding on here. McGowan with the bucket. Defensive look here. Looking to double team Fisher, dribble drive. Hangs in the air, great defense by McGowan. Rebound scooped up by McManus. Here comes the Fighting Engineers. Trying to get some of that momentum back. Dribble drive, kick out. Studemeyer looks at a 3 short. Off the front of the rim, no good. And Fisher has it. Pula. And we're going to have a block. We will have a blocking call there on Studemeyer.
Ooh, Studemeyer really tried to anticipate getting in front. Tried to draw that charge. The referee felt like he was still moving at that time.
So Studemeyer with 3 fouls. Really the only Rose-Hulman player in foul trouble. And Papula puts in the first free throw. 6-point advantage for Fisher. Second free throw good. So Studemeyer will stay in the game with those 3 fouls. Harden will check in.
Well, up 7 is Fisher, and they're doing it with Cook's back in the game as well. So this is maybe a stretch where they're looking to expand that lead to double digits. Meanwhile, if you're Rose-Hulman, solve the mystery of the press here, then get a good shot. Get it to Miles McGowan in the post, play through him.
Gabe Adams in for the first time in this contest for Rose-Hulman. Dribble drive stolen away off the defensive pressure, so lead to a wide open layup. And Raycor puts it in off the glass. And it's a 9-point Rose-Hulman deficit. Under 12 to play in the second half. Harden left side swing, 3-ball, corner off the back iron, no good. Batted around, and it'll go to Cook and Fisher. The Cardinals out of Rochester, New York with the basketball. Swing right side. Raycore thinks about the 3, dishes it off, and it goes off his hands. And that ball should belong to Rose-Hulman.
I think
we have a foul. We're going to call a foul.
They called on Savovich down low, holding on the person that was rolling.
So Savovich charged with the foul. 11:30 to play. Rose-Hulman trailing by 9 on RHIT.TV.
Anxious over algebra? Call Ask Rose, the free science and math homework helpline. It's free world-class tutoring. Just call, chat, email, or screen share. Learn more at AskRose.org. Confused by chemistry? Call Ask Rose, the free science and math homework helpline. It's free world-class tutoring. Just call, chat, email, or screen share. Learn more at AskRose.org.
And we are back here on RHIT.TV with 11:30 to play. Fisher leading Rose-Hulman 53-44. Tony Lonnie and Clark Chafin with you. Both teams in the bonus from here on out. If Rose-Hulman wants to claw their way back into this, it's going to have to happen through Miles McGowan and also getting to the free throw line.
Largest lead of the game for Fisher right now, Tony, at 9 points, leading 53-44. And looking at the free throw line, Fisher is 12 of 16 for 75%. Rose-Hulman 11 of 16, so not much of a discrepancy there. Both teams shooting fairly well from the free throw line. Still out rebounding is Fisher, 29-24. They have that advantage. Rose has 8 offensive rebounds to Fisher's only 5. And let's take a look at turnovers. Fisher done a better job this second half, only has 2 in the second half, and Rose has 4. So a couple extra possessions for the Fisher offense, and that has led to this 9-point lead.
So to the free throw line for the 1-and-1 goes Raycore. First free throw, good. That's a double-digit lead now for Fisher. Boilermaker 374 can offer you a career as an iron shipbuilder, blacksmith, or general helper. For more information, contact the International Brotherhood of Boilermakers at 219-845-1065. Free throw goes. 11-point lead. Harden, double team, ball deflected away, and it'll stay with Rose-Hulman. I think Harden's frustration, and we've seen this multiple times, Rose-Hulman has to do a better job of passing out of the double team.
Yeah, or even if you're double team, there's no problem. Dribble backwards, right? Give yourself some more space. The whole idea of a press in a trap is to speed up the game and to speed up the thought process.
Spin move here, no good. Off the backboard. And another one and done for the Fighting Engineers. Fisher with the basketball, leading by 11.
Now Rose needs to get a stop here. We can't let that advantage get much more than 11.
Back door to Clark. Clark goes up through 2 Rose-Hulman defenders, puts it off the window, and it's the largest lead here for Fisher. 57-44, 13-point lead, 10:45 to play. Ritchie breaks out of it, gets past the timeline. 20 seconds on the shot clock. They'll go down to Miles McGowan. McGowan, one-on-one, patient, spins. Hesitation, up and under, fouled, and put him on the line for the and one, Miles McGowan.
Love the patience of McGowan. He hasn't seen a double team since earlier on in the first half, so they're putting him in those one-on-one situations. You just give it a little kind of a crab dribble to the middle of the paint, then drop step baseline, little shot fake to get the defender in the air, and one opportunity.
So McGowan to the free throw line, looking to complete the and one and break this down to a 10-point deficit. 4 of 8 from the stripe today. Make it 4 of 9 off the front of the rim, no good. And Cook with the rebound. They'll go down low. And an easy bucket there goes in for Brad Fowler.
Fowler's played really well for Fisher off the bench. He's done a nice job on these ball screens, and he's contributed to these high-low opportunities that they've done on the offensive end. So he's really been a big piece here from the second half.
So Studemeyer tries to dribble out of the double team. Contact made, foul, and going to the free throw line for the 1-and-1 as we reach the halfway point of the second half.
Studemeyer, Tony, a 93% free throw shooter.
I believe 8 of 9 on the season. First free throw short.
Sorry, Studemeyer.
Fisher with the rebound and the possession. Dribble left side. Cook, mid-range jumper. He's going to knock that down. He's got another bucket, and it's a 61-46 advantage here for Fisher. Studemeyer has it, waits for the screen. And stolen away here by Cook. Cook going to go coast to coast. He'll put it in with two hands, and Cook starting to cook here, and it's a 17-point 63-46 advantage for Fisher over Rose-Hulman.
Yeah, nice job on the defense, and led to another point.
We'll be back right after this. You're watching RHIT.TV.
Are you an active athlete looking for enhanced performance, comfort, and recovery? Then Skins is the perfect choice for you. Our revolutionary sports compression product provides better oxygen flow in your muscles, helps reduce fatigue and pain from intense physical activity, allowing athletes to push their boundaries and perform better.
Skins helps keep everything, including you, on track.
So don't wait any longer. Get your Skins now and experience unbeatable performance.
Take your game to the next level with Skins.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
You sure you want to make that move?
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
Welcome back to Rose-Hulman. The Fighting Engineers trailing 63-46. Tony Donahue, Clark Chafin with you. Hey, we want to thank the Morales Group. They're building better futures one story at a time with locations in Indy, Zionsville, Anderson, Columbus, and Lafayette. Give them a call, 317-472-7600. Transition buckets here in the second half, and leading scorer Daniel Cook well over his average. He's averaging 20 points per contest. He has 23. He's really gotten going here in the second half.
He has. They've looked for him in the half court and also in transition, and led to a 23 points and a 14-5 run. It was 49-44 at one point, and they've upped the lead to their largest current lead at 17.
So Studemeyer dribbles out of it, puts it off the window strong. McGowan, offensive rebound, power dribble, kicks it back out, deflected. And here comes Fisher on the transition once again. Had a look down low. Cook has it. Spins, blocked from behind, and saved. It'll go off the hand, I believe, of Fisher and go to Rose-Hulman. And it'll stay here.
Yeah,
so both players touching the basketball out of bounds.
Yeah, they were both in the air and out of bounds, and I think Stoudemire, as he came down, was kind of the last one with it and then tried to throw it off the Fisher player. Good call by the officials there.
So Fisher will maintain possession. Thought about a corner three. Pump fake, dribbles, kicks it out. Three ball short. McGowan corrals the rebound. Harden thought about a three. They'll go down low. Work it. Back up top. Three ball. Harden. Short. Corrals his own rebound. Reset the shot clock to 20. Studemeyer, wide open three. Steps into it. Off the back iron. No good. And second chance opportunity comes up long there. And just like that, Fisher's in transition. They push us to a 19-point lead.
McRoy just got that rebound and went straight down the court. Head down, went straight downhill to finish. He now has 13.
Harden with the basketball. McGowan, lane to the rim, thinks about it twice, goes up. And good defense there. Forces McGowan's shot to fall off the rim, no good. And Fisher's doing a great job of getting to the defensive glass, not allowing Rose-Hulman to have too many second chance opportunities.
Yeah, offense right now not coming very easy to Rose-Hulman. Credit the Fisher defense for that.
Cook drops that pass down low. He'll step into a three. I think his foot was on the line, and it was, but he splashes it home anyway. And it's a 21-point Fisher's advantage here, 7:32 to play in the second half. Dribble drive, left side, goes with the left hand, no good. And a foul called there, so Rocco Ritchie will make his way to the free throw line. This broadcast is copyrighted by RHIT.TV, IndianaSRN, and the HCAC for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, video, and audio without the written express permission of the HCAC is prohibited. Tony Donahue, Clark Chafin with you here. So we have a timeout on the court.
And a lot of balanced scoring for Fisher. You have Cook with 25, McRoy with 13, and then you also have 9 points for Ray Core. For Rose-Hulman, leading the way was McGowan with 14 and Ritchie with 14, and Harden with 7. Yet to score, though, in the second half. So McGowan to the free throw line, looking to convert as well. 4 for 9 from the free throw line. Is he. So got to be able to knock down those free throw opportunities.
Yeah, and it just seemed here in the second half that Fishers has worked that basketball down low, gotten some good looks at the rim. They've converted on a couple of and ones here. And we kind of talked about it at halftime. Keeping Daniel Cook at bay would be huge in the second half. He had 11 points in that first half. He's already doubled that and more here in the second.
Yeah, and I think their defense is generating their offense as well, and that's also picking up their energy on that defensive end. When you're scoring, it's a lot easier to play defense, right, when you see the ball go through the basket and you're getting some stills. And so Rose needs to maybe set a little goal. Get this down to under 12 points or 10 points with the 4-minute mark. That would be a good goal for them to maybe crawl back into this game.
Yeah, and a good way to do that here is to get to the free throw line. And you have to convert those free throws, as that one by Ritchie falls off the back iron, no good. So Ritchie will have a second free throw opportunity. This one goes. It's a 20-point deficit.
Yeah, second half, Tony. Fisher is 13 of 21 for 62% shooting, while Rose is 5 of 20 for 25%. So that's the big difference here in that second half.
So Rose-Hulman full court pressure leads to a Harden steal. Harden is fouled, and that'll earn him a trip to the free throw line as both teams in the bonus here on out. 7:15 to play. Rose-Hulman trailing by 20.
Yeah, and Rose in the double bonus, so everything now will be 2 shots. As they turn to the press, they get the turnover.
So Harden goes to the free throw line. First free throw from Harden off the back iron, no good. The free throw shooting here for Rose-Hulman will certainly be talked about in practice coming up on Monday morning.
And Tony, as a team, they shoot 68%. It's really one of their strengths, and yet they've kind of struggled here lately.
Second free throw good. 19-point deficit. And a quick break of the full court pressure, and Fisher will reset the offense. Three ball, right side, Cook, front iron, no good. Harden corrals the rebound. Under 7 to play. The Fighting Engineers going to have to go quick here. They do down low. Lost his foot, fadeaway jumper, splash. Nice bucket there by Cole Pride.
Yeah, didn't panic once he kind of lost his footing, and now they'll allow Rose-Hulman to set up in their press.
And they will come with the full court pressure. They'll break out of it. Nice extra pass, and it leads to a Daniel Cook dunk. As they broke the pressure with ease there. Cook with the cut, slams it home, and it's a 19-point lead for Fisher, 69-50.
It was a good find, and Fisher running the floor as a trailer there. Found a seam, was able to slam it home.
Three ball, top of the key, short. This one will go out of bounds. Fisher will maintain with the possession. McGowan on the bench for Rose-Hulman, and the Fighting Engineers will show that full court defensive pressure, trailing by 19. a really good St. John Fisher team coming to town here. They'll play again tomorrow against Milliken at 2 p.m.
Yeah, and even just looking at St. John Fisher, they lost in the second round of the NCAA tournament last year. Tony, they got a program. I mean, they haven't had a losing season. Their last losing season was the 2011-2012 campaign. So a big culture that has been built there, and it created a lot of success.
So a foul here down low on Rose-Hulman, and that'll send the Cardinals back to the free throw line. It'll be Darian Grady to the charity stripe for Fishers. 1-1 coming up. Both teams in the bonus, 5:52 to play. Under 6 media timeout coming. First of the 1-1, back iron, front rim, no good. Rebound, Cole Pride. Rose-Hulman with the basketball. Clark, any chance of coming back here, you're going to need a bucket here. And a couple defensive stops. Ball gets in deep down low. Gabe Adams, turnaround right hand, gets the roll. Jenigas gets it for the bucket.
Nice job by Jenigas. Again, he's kind of in there in the post. He's taking the Miles McGowan spot, and then they get a turnover on the press.
So a steal there by Simon. Leads to Studemeyer, three, no good, but he's fouled, and he's down. His teammates will pick him up. So we can see a quick 5-0 run here in a matter of about 20 seconds from Rose-Hulman, trailing by 17.
Yeah, if you can get it into single digits here with the kind of that under 4 timeout, or with 2 or 3 minutes remaining, get it to about a 2 or 3 possession game. And you got to feel like your momentum swinging your way.
First free throw is good. They'll have 2 more.
And I think the Fisher coaching staff realizing that as well. There's a lot of substitutions coming in, including some starters.
So they will sub out 4 new players. First free throw good, cut it to 15. Third free throw for Studemeyer is good. Knocks down all 3, gets it to a 14-point deficit. Quick 5-point burst there by the Fighting Engineers. Defense pressure coming. Simon almost had it. Played the passing lane. Fisher drives up and a dunk there by Brandon McRoy. Well, sometimes that's the risk you take trying to get into those passing lanes, and it leads to an easy bucket and back up to a 16-point deficit. Rose-Hulman with the basketball. Studemeyer dribbles out, kicks it. Simon, corner 3, good. Knocked it down. They're going to call it a 2. It's a 7-2 run and a 14-point deficit. Fisher will slow it down.
Now, Tony, if you're Rose-Hulman, it's just almost a chaos situation where you may need just to trap the ball, and at some point you got to start fouling to extend the game.
Quick screen here. And I think Fisher looking to say, look, we're gonna take it all the way down on the shot clock here. 5 on the shot clock. Dribble drive, step back, 3 ball, got to go look at it, short. Ball battled around. Cook with the rebound, and we are going to have a jump ball. So that possession arrow belongs to Rose-Hulman on a 7-2 run here. You talked about getting it to double digits by that under 4-minute timeout. A chance to get it to 11 with the 3 ball on this possession.
Yeah, and it's that aggressiveness that they're playing with here on defense. And Fisher, they've slowed it down a little bit to try to run some clock and had some substitutions in. So Rose can see if they can take advantage, cut into this lead here on this possession.
They get it across the timeline, breaking out of the full court pressure. Dribbles out of it. Double team spin. Corner. Studemeyer saves it. 10 on the shot clock. Studemeyer thought about a 3. Dribble. Steps back. 5 on the shot clock. You have to go quick here. Dribble drive. Left-handed. Skyhook off the backboard. It's good. It's a 12-point deficit for Rose-Hulman. It's a 9-2 run for the Fighting Engineers.
And here comes some pressure. I would maybe even try to change their coverages on these ball screens and look to trap it.
Cook spins, gets his man in the air. Corner three, left side, in and out, no good. But offensive rebound for Fisher, and they will reset the offense with 20 on the shot clock.
That's a backbreaker, Tony. You get that rebound and come down and score. It's within 10 or even 9 if you hit a three.
And not only that, an extra 20 seconds going to come off the shot clock here as Cook drives and is fouled. So 3:04 to go here in this one. We will hit our final media timeout. 3:04 to play. Rose-Hulman trailing 71-59 on RHIT.TV.
So I started working on Babcock Ranch 16 years ago. We designed a sustainable community that is also storm resilient, and also it has a ton of flood control associated with it. It has 75 megawatt solar facilities on site, which will cover the entire 18,000 acre community. In September of 2022, we had Hurricane Ian. We had 150 mile an hour sustained winds for about 10 hours and 21 inches of rain. Babcock really had little to no damage at all. We were the only place in a 2-county area that had any electric or any available drinking water that did not need to be boiled. And Rose really prepares you to go out, think outside the box, and problem solve. And I think for any major at Rose-Hulman, that's what you're getting. You have the ability to go out and create something new and innovate and change the way that we live as humans today.
We're back here on RHIT.TV. 3:04 to go. The Fighting Engineers on a 9-3 run. They've cut this from a 19-point deficit at the 6-minute mark of this second half down to a 12-point deficit. Still plenty of time, but they're going to have to get defensive stops, not allow Fishers to have second chance opportunities and get to the free throw line. Both teams in a double bonus.
Yeah, drive and kick opportunities right now if you're Rose, because if you drive and maybe get a foul, you're going to score points with the clock stopped, or you can kick it out to an open three. Rose only 2 of 11, though, in the second half from behind the arc.
Cook's free throw spins out. We'll have one more. This one off the front of the rim and falls. 72-59. Full court pressure from Fisher. Ball deflected, and it's going to stay with Rose-Hulman, but a dangerous pass there in the corner. And the difference in this one, Clark, has been the defensive full court pressure that Fisher has shown on Rose-Hulman.
In the mixing up of the defensive pressures as well. I've really been impressed at how they've gone from a really trapping man-to-man into that diamond 1-2-1-1 press as well. It kind of gets them relaxed when they inbound the pass, and then they trap.
Under 3 to go. Stoudemire goes quickly, gets a mid-range jumper to fall. It's an 11-point deficit. It's an 11-3 run. They go over the top here. Cook has it. He'll go up. He'll lay it in, but miss. Had a layup, missed it. Ball bounces Rose-Hulman's way. Stoudemire has a big-time screen. Mid-range jumper. Stoudemire getting hot. And here come the Fighting Engineers. 2:25 to play. Got to get back on defense. And a good foul there, a good hard foul. Don't allow him to get a good look at it and make him earn 2 from the free throw line. But we're down to just a 9-point deficit, 2:21 to play.
Yeah, good hustle there by Gabe Adams to get back. Him and Pride need to communicate on who's back there on that trap and on that press. But Adams, as you said, Tony, a smart foul. Clean foul, but a smart, hard foul. Make Cook earn these at the line.
So with that free throw, it's still a 13-4 run by Rose-Hulman with Miles McGowan on the bench. Piper Logistics specializes in everything from warehousing to transportation and everything in between. 3 services, 1 solution. We do it all. 317-396-1023. Second free throw, no good. So Fisher here late has not been able to convert from the free throw line. 1 of 2 for Cook, and it's a 10-point deficit, 2 minutes to go.
And Fisher went to a 2-3 zone here, Tony.
Stolen away. Fisher tries to save it. He's out of bounds. So both teams giving the basketball over. Quick turnovers. Rose-Hulman will maintain possession. McManus to throw it in. And Daniel Cook will get a little bit of a rest here. He's had a pretty hot second half.
Yeah, Fisher falls back to that 2-3 so they can tag shooters and make sure they've got pressure on the perimeter.
Cook with 29, 18 coming here in the second half. Stoudemire has it, steps back Three ball, short, no good. I think you got to play defense here, then start playing the foul game if you're Rose-Hulman.
Yeah, you got to extend the game. At some point in time, you want to make sure that you get more opportunities.
So the Cardinals with the basketball. They swing right side. Dribble drive. Off the window, no good. Ball loose. Rose-Hulman has it. They'll push. Minute 23 to go. Stoudemire has it. Double team. Swing. Got to go quick here. Dribble drive. Up. Blocked. Ball loose. Fisher has it. And now the foul game for Rose-Hulman. Nope, they're going to get a steal. Simon, a great job there poking it out. He gets it right back. Takes it all the way to the rack on the spin move. Up. No good. And Fisher with the rebound, under a minute to play. 73-63 the advantage for St. John Fisher.
Ooh, back and forth there, Tony. Couple of good looks for Rose-Hulman. Couldn't get it to fall. Maybe that would change kind of their philosophy here at this last 45 seconds.
So Rose gets another steal. Simon gets it off the deflection, and he almost throws it away. IndianaSRN, your gateway to Indiana sports excellence. If you like what you hear, want to sponsor and connect with us, contact coach at IndianaSRN.org. Stoudemire has it. Clock not running. There's the clock. 30 seconds to go. And just a little bit too much time off the clock here. Stoudemire gets it out. Three ball in the air. No good. And that'll about do it. Shot clock off. 10-point lead for Fisher, who will play tomorrow at 2 p.m. against Milliken. Rose-Hulman back in action 7:30 Tuesday night right here on the campus of Rose-Hulman. So the Fighting Engineers will fall 73-63 here this afternoon. That'll mark them at now 3-6 on the season. Clark, just too much defense, full court there by Fisher late.
And I think it tired Rose-Hulman out a little bit. It lost some legs, really didn't connect from deep from behind the three-point line. Rose was kind of ineffective in that area. Credit to Fisher for continuing to change their defensive schemes and putting pressure on Rose, and they look forward to Tuesday night's game, and then it's off to HCAC action.
So HCAC play coming up here on RHIT.TV. Don't forget Tuesday, 7:30, your tip time. For Clark, Jerry, Dan, and Eric, I'm Tony D. Thanks so much for watching here on RHIT.TV. 73-63, your final. The Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers fall at home.